Chapter 10 of Dead Rock just dropped, and it might be Dead Rock's darkest chapter so far.
With you till the day I die.
The fight between Yakuto and Kugar ended with Kugar letting Yakuto land his final punch on him. He got moved by Yakuto's strong heart, and seems like he lost interest continuing the fight. He and Hien quickly put their differences aside. Kugar apologized for his stupidity, but in my opinion was justified, and reached his hand out to become friends again. However, before Hien could shake his hand, Bran, the vice principal, crushed Kugar to death, leaving only a puddle of blood behind. Pretty brutal way to end my man's entire career. Shame, I liked him. This leaves everyone in shock. Hien, angered by the loss of his friend, attacks Bran, but his attacks are useless. Did Hien's attacks ever work on anyone who isn't fodder? Chaco yells that they have to dip because they can't beat him yet. However, Yakuto hesitates because he needs the book. They came all this way for the book, he doesn't want to give up already. But then he gets reminded of the library works, and Curse Velocity ends up giving Yakuto the book containing God's weakness. Bran, who figured out what they are after, quickly blocks their path with his head, what grown to an enormous size. Based on this, Bran's powers seems to be the ability to enlarge parts of his body, meaning his power is really similar to that of what Makarov has, just far more grotesque. Honai has similar abilities, I think, so I think growing and shrinking might be an ability all giants have in Dead Rock. We also learned that the 4 demon teachers have special abilities, given by God, so Bran definitely hiding something else extra in his sleeves, so he definitely isn't going all out on these kids. Regardless, Bran blocked their path, then with just spitting air out, he sends Zeletia flying away, resulting in her turning back to a bird. So it does seems like her bird form might be her actual body, and not the human form. However, before Bran could hurt anyone, Hien creates a giant ice pillar on his face. He got angered so much by the loss of his only friend, that it gave him enough strength to slice Bran's head right in the middle. Unfortunately, even with the boost of power of friendship, Hien's attacks was useless. The cut was not deep enough to leave a fatal injury, it was basically just a scratch. But Bran does compliment it by saying, of this year's first year students are full of energy. Unfortunately for Hien, seemingly this is where his journey ends. He gets crushed by Bran, leaving nothing behind, just blood and his sword. Damn! Mashima really went all out in this chapter, killing not just one major character, but 2 in a single chapter. He didn't lie about Dead Rock being dark. At one point, bro is a major character with a lot of potential, then boom, he's gone, just like that. This feels fucking unreal. Chaco even vets herself from the fear. One wrong move and they could be the next. Bran demands Yakuto to hand over the book, but he appears to be frozen from the fear. After being yelled at, Yakuto even drops the book on the ground, truly showing how afraid he is. This is probably one of the few times Yakuto felt genuine fear. This shows us that the 4 demon teachers are a force of nature, making even Yakuto afraid. Bran, to crush Yakuto's pride even further, demands Yakuto to pick the book back up and bring it to him with his own hands. He definitely done this as a power move to further prove his dominance in the room. With this, the Curse Velocity arc ended with Yakuto's defeat and the death of Hien. Mashima truly killed off one of the main characters, just like that. I still can't process what actually happened in this chapter. This is fucking insane. It is like if something snapped inside Mashima and decided to traumatize all of us in a blink of an eye. After the painful defeat, Yakuto's team returned to the dorms, physically unharmed from the encounter, but definitely traumatized. Seems like Bran is nicer than he's shown so far, letting them go with just killing 2 of their friends. So nice of him. Yakuto asks Mikoto if she can bring Hien back, but unfortunately, without a body being left, there is no possibility for that outcome. So as of chapter 10 of Dead Rock, Hien is dead. Hearing this, Yakuto bursts into tears, saying how he could have been his friend, and how he came to save him. Clearly referring to how the reason Hien is dead is because he came to save Yakuto. If he wouldn't have came, he would still be alive. Chaco questions if Yakuto lost his will to fight, just for Yakuto to lash out yelling that he is ready to go to war, to avenge his family, Cougar and Hien. However, once again, I do believe Yakuto might be manipulating them, since in the previous chapter, Yakuto wanted to kill Cougar with his own hands, just to get hold of his status. Now he's talking about avenging his death? Come on, man! And he's also talking about friends and stuff. The last time he talked about friends, he tried to manipulate Freyr to avoid fighting her. I don't trust a word he's saying. Yakuto is a manipulative, opportunistic, cold-blooded killer. But is even further proven in the next page, when he's shown with no tears in his eyes anymore. Like he was crying a second ago, but now his eyes are fully dry? I am not buying it. But his tactics do seem to work, because Chaco, hearing how Yakuto still didn't give up on killing God, pulls out the book containing God's weakness, God's roots. With this getting us closer to the finale. Seems like Chaco switched the book what Yakuto gave to Bran to a different one, also giving us our first ever Blue cameo in Dead Rock. What fully explains these panels? In one panel, the book is in Yakuto's left hand, but when he dropped it out of fear, it fell straight to his right leg. This is the exact moment Zeletia switched the two books out with her power. Pretty neat detail. But with this, Bran was angered once again, probably leading to a new confrontation in the next chapter between him and Class F. However, this is where the chapter ends. This was a really good chapter. It further established how dark Dead Rock truly is. It finally gave us the book containing God's weakness, while at the same time also showing us how serious of a threat the four demon teachers truly are. Bran is a beast. I do feel sorry for Hien and Cougar, of course, but a sacrifice had to be made. But what do you think? Did you enjoy this chapter? Please let me know in the comment section below. I'm planning to make another Dead Rock video soon, so don't forget to subscribe. See you guys in space. Bye!